It's the Friday Feels, and we're back with your first sip of the weekend. You're now tuned in to this week's episode of Your Happy Hour. I'm your host, Nicole Carmine, and it's amazing to have you here, joining me this week as we uncover the truths about being a human and a working professional. What are you up to this Friday? Well, whatever it is, this moment is just for you. And we're back with another Feels podcast session on the Your Happy Hour series, and we are still talking about the theme, the surprise of self-care, which has been such an interesting theme to unpack. It's always like a uncomfortable but yet really necessary topic to talk about, and it's really about being human. So it's a wonderful theme to kind of close off this season as we start planning for season 4 that will start in December. And today I have a really special guest that I'm excited to chat to on this podcast. So a really big welcome to you, Aurélia, I hope I'm saying that correctly, Delsol, practicing my French accent there. And a really big welcome to the Your Happy Hour series and Feels podcast in space.
Thank you. Thank you for offering me your time too, and to I really look forward to this conversation. So
thank you. Yeah, and I'm so curious about like sharing your journey, because we spoke a little bit before, but there's so much more about under everything that you've told me. So do you want to tell us a little bit about like how you became who you are today? And it's such an inspiring story. So
it's funny because it's always different perspectives. And for me, it's only my journey, and it's like a normal one. But it's all about decision. It's all about, because I was not born to be like when I was younger, I was not telling myself I'm going to be like I don't know who I am actually, but it's like, exactly, because I love to do so many things, and I love to wear different costumes. And I started as I did like a double master in communication and marketing. And then I was always questioning myself, but what is my purpose? What can I add to this world? What can I, in a humble way, but always like, okay, I've done these studies, but I need to have like a sense, I know I can do like stuff. I know I'm good of doing, but if I don't put a purpose or direction, I don't take any joy or nothing from it. Yeah, so I studied I do in my studies, and then I travel a lot because my parents are expatriates. So I learned to travel and to see the world when I was super young. Mm-hmm. So I think it shaped your reality in a way. And then I've got my first business in Paris called Chez Simone. It was a place where you were able to come to take care of yourself. It was bien manger, bien bouger, bien vivre. Mm-hmm. It was Pilar. And then after that, I went to Australia because I had some partnership issues. So I decided to move to Australia for 2 years and a half. There, I faced some health issues. Skin issues, belly issues, inflammation, but I didn't know what I was facing at the moment. I was just not feeling myself. I was tired. And when your body is screaming at you and it goes onto your face, and you're like, okay, so I need to find a way to heal and to feel good in my own skin. It all started, it was not all start, but it was a start. So I I didn't know what to do, and I went to it's like cliche, but I went to Bali to do my first. But I was in Australia, so it was easy to go. And at that time, I was doing like consulting, but I was not happy, and so I went to Bali and I trained my. So I found a training, and I find an amazing teacher, Nicole. She's a yoga instructor and also Ayurvedic doctor. And there, I just, you know, I didn't know I was so tired and so like burn in, not burn out. I was like, yeah, I was not not the person that I am today. But I didn't know at that time. I was just there and I was crying all day. I was like just releasing everything. And it was not the first time in my life that I was like, so the word maybe it's is strong, but it's I was destroying to rebuild. And I think like that's one of my strengths that I'm capable. I'm not afraid to lose and to rebuild and to dare. I think I'm here today because I dare to do things that maybe I don't always think. It's more like a impulsive, but impulsive not in a not the way that we think. It's like a intuition, and it's my body that's who's telling me, okay, go for it, because I feel it. It's like goosebump everywhere in my body, and in Bali it was that I was like, okay, I how can I say that? It's like I was there and I was like, either you resist and it's going to be super long and painful, either you just jump into like this, I don't know. I didn't know. I really was like I need to trust the process. And then so I was a yoga teacher, Ayurvedic teacher, and then I start to, I was, I don't know how to say it in English, but with the line, I was like fishing day after day. And I came back to Australia. I I kept studying yoga in Byron Bay for 1 year, like 1,000 yoga hours of school, because it was a school who delivered a visa to stay in Australia. So I didn't want to do like a, in like it's a business, the visa in Australia. So I didn't want to do like a English school just to get a visa, and I found this school, and I was like, yeah, that's so. But 1,000 of yoga purna, it's long, but it was interesting. Not on like not on the workshop. Like the workshop were okay, but it was more about what I was going through. So and then I trained myself to become like a facialist. And then it was like, okay, just yeah, moving into this new chapter of my life and becoming like a face yoga teacher. I created in Australia Face Soul Yoga, which is my business today, an online platform where you can just take care of yourself through the face. It's not just you don't stay on the face. It's like for me, the face is the door to so many information to take care of yourself, the posture, the breathing, the meditation, the fascia. So for me, it's everything is interconnected. So yeah, I launched my business beginning of COVID, and it was like booming. And then I came back to France, and I kept traveling because I always wanted to have like a job that I can do everywhere, and not to be like forced to be like 9 to 5 in a space. I know I did that. My first job was at Orange and then Mazarine. It's two big company in France, and I was like, I'm going to. I can't. I can't. It's not me. So I figured out and I created my own job. So at that time, like yeah, it was not. It was a lot of platform. Like you could have found like a lot of training platform, or you can find like Pilates. But it was the beginning, and now and with the COVID, it boomed a lot. It was like going bigger and bigger. And today it's like it's still on but people still go on online platform. But I also do like retreat, travel wellness, because it's so nice to put people together and see what's. So today I'm back in Europe. I still travel. I'm still traveling. Sorry. And yeah, for me, I think my mission is to show. It's to how do you say in English? Transmit. It's to create a space, either online or during massage or during the retreat, so people can just come back to themselves and feel good in their own skin, and to be like joyful. Because for me, like joy, it's my main, it's my guide.
Oh, I love that so much.
I don't know if I answer your question.
You did. And you took us on your journey, which I appreciate. Thank you for sharing all of that. And, my mantra in life is also follow your joy. I put it on everything. And it's also where a lot of what I do today started. It was like this thing that came up in me going, I need to follow joy because I was in corporate before, and I understand the switch, it's important to live a life which is aligned with who you are. And sometimes that looks completely different to what society kind of has structured.
And it's always the case. It's always completely different than what society told us to be or to do or to. If I had listened what the society or what I thought the society wanted from me, I will be rest. And still like I'm an entrepreneur, and in France, and that's and it's a journey, and it's sometimes you're like, what am I doing? There's so many components. It's you have to be super centered, and it's like for me to be an entrepreneur, it's like to be an athlete. But not the sprinter, the marathon. And you have to train your body, you have to train, you have to train. For me, joy is not like coming like that. It's like my coach Cyril always told me you have to train the muscle of your joy muscle. And it's for me, it's like you it's not like one time, and there's no magic pill. There's no like quick way. And I love, for me, joy. It's fine in the process, and it's like the process and being present, and being an entrepreneur. It's weird because you have to stay present, but you are also to understand what happened and to look forward, to be a visionary. And it's sometimes you're like, hey, you freeze. Sometimes like I can't anymore, and then I've got a couple of tips to come back to my body, come back to my joy. Like really joy, it's like to be in the flow.
And I love that part of that because it looks different for everybody. So there's no like box that someone can find joy working in a 9 to 5, and maybe that is their joy, and or be an entrepreneur. And yes, I echo what you're saying. It's definitely a marathon, and we have to build resilience for that. And I think sometimes people think that joy is this kind of, like you say, quick fix. It's like a feeling of happiness in the moment, but it's not that. It's a long, enduring experience of life, I think, and of yourself. So I love that you did that. And you were kind of talking earlier about destroying to build, and I had this vision of how we shed, because we don't realize how much of our energy bubble we take on a lot of things, and then that goes and sits in our bodies, and like you say, it comes in through our face. So I find that really interesting because I used to struggle with acne a lot, and it was really only once I realized that Louisa Hay talks about this in her books, you know, how the body shows you what's going on inside.
Yeah.
And I realized I wasn't self accepting, you know, I wasn't loving myself. And once I could see, oh, actually, oh, there's a pimple. But let me understand what this like space of my face is about, where it's sitting in my body, maybe what is triggering this in my life. Maybe I didn't say something, maybe I did say something to compromise myself, or whatever it might be. But I find that fascinating. I love what you're doing. And like, do you work with people one-on-one and kind of help them discover that for themselves?
I do. I offer a lot of videos on the platform, so it's not one-on-one, but I do, when I do massage, it's one-on-one session, and I open a space before and after the massage. I can share it a bit further, because I share a lot with the fingers when I massage. It's like there's a dialogue.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't need to process everything in your head. Most of the time, actually. Yeah, and I talk to the body, but yeah, I've got a WhatsApp group with a lot of people that are on the platform, and I share what I can. But what I want to offer, it's a way to look at yourself, not in a not something you have to fix or to be like against it. It's like, okay, your face is showing you something, your skin is talking to you, and maybe just the start is to listen and not to see just everything that you have to to change, or you like, everyone is unique, and everyone got your his own beauty. And so many people come on the platform or come to me and say, oh, I want to fix that, I've got Joel, I got like wrinkle, and I want to get rid of them. And they start, and a couple of days or week, write to me, actually, you know what, I hated my smile, I hated my forehead, and now I love what I see in the mirror, and I feel good in my own skin, and my posture looks different. I get more confident. The power of the touch, the power of the conscious touch, for me, it's something. It's like something that it's not like a woo woo stuff, or it's vital. And you know, like only 5 minutes per day at the beginning, because so many people, they are like, oh, I can't, I don't have time. No, you don't take the time first. It's like, if you change the sentence, it's like, no, it's not your priority. And first you have to admit that. But if you want to change something, you have to do the work. When I say change, it could be just the filter, how you see things and yourself, and stop trying to fix everything. It's like exhausting. You, for sure, there's on the face, there's stuff that you don't want to see, like pain or heavy feelings on your face. And you can, with the massage, with the face yoga, with the breathing, the posture, you can make them smoother, and maybe get rid of them. But it's not about, like, it's a privilege to have like wrinkles on your face, because you had laugh, you had like moment, you have like it's just changing the perspective and say, okay, I'm not against like doing stuff on your face, as long as you know why you are doing that. Because I wanted to get rid of like I don't know, something that you see and nobody sees. For example, like putting a bandage on a deep scar. It's it's not going to fix anything, and I think it's going to get worse as the time is going on, because it's you don't go to the root of what you think you see. It's so much deeper, and so many people, they are crying when I do massage on them. They're like laughing, or they're just really so much emotion. And for me, it's all about that, allowing yourself to release, not to hold on stuff. that's why we aging faster, and we feel tired, and it's because we don't let go or just accept to release, and to say, okay, it was the past, and I have to accept that it has to stay in the past, actually. And yeah, it's for me so much deeper than just staying on the face. It's like it's it's a deep work. That's my way of seeing that. There's a lot of people there on the internet and that doing face yoga and stuff just to really fix something, and it's working. And but it's for me, it's not. You have to take the whole picture.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it's like you have to have the courage to love yourself. You know, I know it sounds contradictory what I'm saying, but we as humans, we kind of taught to, yeah, like you say, fix. And from a young age, people were like, oh, let's fix your teeth, let's do this, let's do that, you know, or whatever it is. But there's something extremely freeing about accepting, first of all, where you're at with your body, and then saying, okay, well, if I would love this or that, then I can work on it, like you say. And so I noticed that as I was traveling and I was shedding a lot of old stuff in my life as well too, I was looking younger and younger, and it was just so interesting because, you know, and like even my eye color changed, which was fascinating for a period of time. And so I feel like we so disconnected sometimes from our bodies, but it is so much of who we are as energy beings. So I really appreciate that you doing this in the world, and we just love your feels for that. And I want to do like a little section that we always do on the podcast called the gems, talking about gratitude and something that you might have experienced this last week that brought you joy, or maybe that you learned. And for me, it was, I guess, also just understanding that there are certain seasons in life, and this last week has really been about opening up a new chapter and kind of seeing in myself where I was holding back before and where I wasn't allowing joy into my life, you know. And so it's just been wonderful to have that fresh energy, and also having compassion with my body in the adjustment process, knowing that sometimes when you have that fresh energy, you want to do all the things, but you just have to. And then you burn out or burn in. I love that term, burn in. So anyway, that was it for me. And what was it for you?
Oh, last couple of weeks were like challenging. It was, yeah, but I loved that season. I feel like I'm alive because there's more light, and but also I found myself that I was struggling to let go of some of past relationship. I was like holding on, and and it was like they're not. I don't know how to say that. It was like I thought it was okay, and then I was reacting to with other people with old pattern, with like with the old relationship. I don't know if it's clear, but I was like. And it was, I realized, like those past few weeks, I realized that I had like pattern that were coming back, like every 4 months, and this one was like super painful to come back. And before I was like, it's coming back, but I was like, okay, it's enough. I don't want to be sad for something in the past, or to be like bothered by something I was holding on to in the past. So I decided to do like ritual just to cut this, and I wrote a letter, I burned it, and I was like, okay, I need to allow myself to be fully in the present. And I thought, even me who are doing a lot of work and healing work, and I'm super aware, I was still like holding stuff. I was super honest with myself, and I say, does it serve you or not? And so I have to let it go. And it was with the moon or whatever. I'm sometimes I'm connected with the moon and sometimes not at all. And I was like, I think it's time.
Yeah.
So I did it, and I was super happy and proud of myself to just get rid of that. And because in order to move forward, you have to create space. And when at the beginning I say I'm super good to destroy and to rebuild, and it's and I think for me it's like you can't move forward with like a backpack full of stuff. You have to empty it sometimes, and sometimes you don't have to empty it to empty everything, but a little bit. And I was like holding stuff that I don't even knew I was holding, and so I was like, okay, get rid of that.
I love that. I'm so grateful for you that you could do that. And I do feel that there's been energy in the air. Maybe it is connected to the moon or other things that has been bringing up a moment where we can just release, And I think like it's important that you mention like we're always doing that. It doesn't just stop and then like that's it, Like we're always having to evolve and change. Yeah.
It's like you brush your teeth every day. It's like you don't say, "Oh, I brush my teeth." You do it every day. So it's like a ritual or habits, and to do it like regularly, it's
très important. Oui. I love that. Thank you. And on the topic of gratitude, I also want to say thank you to our sponsors and partners who've walked our journey in this season and previous seasons, some of them with us. And that is rss.com, which helps us distribute this into the world, as well as BNE Sim, which is Best Network Ever Sim. I don't know if you've tried them, but they're really, really cool and affordable travel sim, but also natively. I use them every day. And lastly, but not leastly, it's called Blender Bomb Company, and they mostly do nutritious snacks in the US, but they do send internationally, and they have given our audience a beautiful discount of 20% for if you use the code the feels when you order online. And so hopefully you guys can DM us on the socials and learn more about that if you are interested in launching a podcast, eating healthily, or traveling with the eSIM. And thank you so much to them for their feels. And I also want to say we always do a little segment called the People, Places and Spaces. And we give a shout out to a person or organization or space that has the feels. And so this week, because I have moved into a new apartment and I have now been kind of creating home, I discovered Plante pour Tout, which is a really great space to go and buy plants. And so for me, it's just been so wonderful to go in there and choose some plants, some beings to fill the space. And I really just appreciate the space that they've created. So I want to give them a shout out and say we love your feels, guys. And so, and I only have one more question for you, Aurélia. And that is, what is in your stack? So that's our reading list, and all the books that get recommended by the guests are on our website for people to check out. So maybe it's a book you've read and like to recommend, or maybe you're still seeing it on your case and looking forward to reading it. Do you have a book recommendation for us that's in your stack?
Yeah, I always got books because I love to read, and I'm not like, I'm super sad when I don't have something on my desk or like near my bed. And I've got this book that I found on the RER on the seat. I was like, it was literally waiting for me. It's called La Prophétie des Andes, James Redfield, and it's not like the best book that I read, but it's that I read, yeah. But it's there's a sentence that I love. It's about a manuscript, and it's a journey from a guy who is like looking for the 9 lessons. But there's a sentence that I love, and it keeps running into my head. It's like, we don't meet people by accident or by hazard,
By chance,
by chance.
Yeah.
Because like, you don't meet someone by chance, because otherwise this person will have taken another road. And I love this sentence because it's yeah. For example, a lot of people ask me for the retreat or for the dinner that I organize with my partner, how do you pick people? How do you choose people? And I'm like, I don't. Everything is perfect when you, like, everything is perfect. And when you sit at a table near to this person or another one, it's not by chance.
I love that. Oh, we're definitely going to be adding that to the stack. And I also don't believe in coincidence. There's no such thing. It's just like all one beautiful orchestrated mess, in some way. So
That's my belief. And that's why when I hear something, when I say something, when I meet someone, I try to be super receptive or open.
I love that. That's a great recommendation. Thank you. And I also just want to say thank you so much for coming on and sharing so openly your story, your journey, your heart. And for everyone listening, I wonder what you're feeling and thinking about how you're looking after your body. First of all, how are you listening to your body? Accepting your body, loving yourself, and we'll make sure that everyone knows how to find you and engage with. I'm definitely keen to learn more about what you're doing, and yeah, just thank you so much for being here and for your presence and light in the world.
Thank you very much. Thank you for holding the space, and I look forward to listen other podcasts. And you can find me on internet. And if people need advice or just to find a safe place, I will be happy to connect.
Love that. Amazing, amazing. Well, with all the beautiful light and love to you and everyone out there, happy feels.
Thank you.
If you haven't just yet, follow Friday Feels on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and LinkedIn. You can share with us all your feels this week by tagging us at fridayfeels.co. And you can also find the website at that handle. And now, as you ease into this weekend, take a moment. Celebrate who you've become, what you've overcome, and what is yet to come as you do the crazy and cool things that you do as the authentic you. The truth about life and work is that it's hard, but the beauty is this global working experience that you're in, well, we're in it together. So keep connecting, empowering, and inspiring this week. And of course, keep it raw and real. Until next time.